It's about that time. What's happening in your city? You got love for your city?
And welcome to another episode of City Views, coming at you right here on your local cable access channel, Altice 5. Yes. Delivering like dominoes. Well, you know, we roll with it. We roll with it. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jacque Williams. I'm your host for City Views. This is my wonderful co-host, Kareem Holebrook. And unfortunately, our two other lovely co-hosts won't be with us this night. Karen, Thomas, and also Carice Villarreal. And we do want to send our deepest and sincerest sentiments out to Carice and her family and friends during this difficult time that they're going through. Yeah. But we're looking forward to seeing them back next week on the show. So nonetheless, thank you once again for tuning in and City Views. And I got to admit, it's nice having my man back because, I had to shoulder the load, last week I had to roll solo.
Man, I know.
Solo.
You was by yourself last week? You was all by yourself last week?
I was all by myself, man.
Dang,
yeah.
Man.
It was rough on Dan and Doug because I had to pick on them. I
didn't have nobody else to pick on.
Was I going to need to talk to the curtain?
Somebody going to get it.
Dan was like, well, you may want to consider maybe talking to your audience.
Take the attention off of me.
I'm like, well, really nice idea, Dan, actually, when you think about it.
You had to get on somebody, man.
Well, yeah, they understand. They understand. So, man, Kareem, it's good having you back, man.
Yes, sir.
And it's great to see what's going on in your life. Things that are taking place, and you're doing your thing. For the great city of Torrington, making it happen.
For the great city of Torrington, man.
Breaking them down.
Oh man, saving one pothole at a time out here, man. I'm telling you, saving all your tires. I'm telling you, I'm the guy that saves your tires from all the potholes. Shout out to Jimmy.
That's what you want to do, though.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Tim over there at the streets department in Torrington, man.
Awesome.
That's my guy, Tim.
Well, since you're taking care of the city,
yeah.
why don't you do the thing with the big city sponsors?
Oh yeah, come on, man. That's me. Our big city sponsors come to you with Tote Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. They can be reached at 860-496-7771 and on the web at toteins@oponline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite number 1 in Torrington, Connecticut.
Better call Mel.
He can be reached at 860-307-1128 and on the web at healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. To Brooks, Todd, and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. And they've been keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. They can be reached at 860-598 8753, and on the web at brookstoddmcneil.com. And to Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 and on the web at torringtonpediatrics.com.
All right. Thank you so much to our sponsors. We appreciate you so very much for helping us each and every week keep our residents not only informed but hopefully entertained.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. Got to keep them entertained.
That's right.
Man.
That's right. And you know how we roll here at City Views, because what's going on right now with our region, the things that are happening, it's nice when you can get the inside scoop on what's going on.
That's right.
And feel a part of your community and participate. And we want to invite you to engage with City Views on our Facebook page at cityviews-ct, or check out our YouTube channel at Culture for a Cause, and see what's going on with us, and let's have a conversation.
I need to have a conversation. You just, I know you got your cap on and everything, but got a new look, man. I see.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Come on, Kareem. Why you want to do that to a brother, man?
You got a new look, man. Looks good, brother.
Come on.
Looks
good.
good.
I'm having a post-midlife crisis.
Oh man.
I mean, you know, I actually what happened, I don't know if I should say this on, well...
Go with your gut instinct.
Okay, I'll go with my gut instinct. No, I woke up, and I've told this story before.
Don't
but
say
it's
the
been,
dead squirrel, man. I'm not going to say the dead squirrel. You ain't going to tell. Don't tell that. Yo. Keep that tucked. Nip tuck, man. Nip tuck. Nip tuck. Don't do that.
So I told you.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that. You can't do that right now.
Okay, well, I guess you're right, Kareem, and I will lean on your better judgment on that one.
No.
But see, that's what a good co-host is supposed to do, though.
Yeah, man.
You know, if you go back and watch those old, shots of, the Tonight Show with, Johnny Carson
That's right.
and Ed McMahon.
That's right.
Ed always had Johnny's back,
That's right.
man.
That's right.
Even when Johnny would say a joke and wasn't funny, Ed would be over there,
Yeah, laughing up a storm.
nice joke, Johnny.
Right.
I'll just be quiet as a mug. Yeah.
I got you, man. I got you. Yeah, man. It looks good, though.
Well, thank you. Thank you,
brother.
Kareem. That will help me.
Never thought I'd see the day, but...
Well, all good things must come to an end.
I'm telling you, man. I had mine for 24 years, man.
Yeah.
I had mine for 24 years, and came to an end.
Yeah.
Started getting the figure eight up here. Had to come off. Had to come off, man. Had to come off.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
All right. So I think coming up here momentarily, we're going to be hearing from our field correspondent, Pascal Nijang.
Yes.
Oh, Pascal.
Pascal.
She's just such a tremendous person and community member, and she's brought so much to our organization, and applying her skills here at City Views is it's a joy for us to all work with her, and she's got some really good information about anyone that's interested in the house buying market. And I know that for that first-time home buyer especially, you want to get all the information that you can possibly have.
I'm telling you. Got to get it all, man.
Yeah.
When she talks, I listen.
Yeah.
So
she's going to be sharing some of that with us here momentarily. And, once again, we want to remind you that if you want to reach out to City Views, we encourage you to do so. If there's something on your mind, then let us know what that is, okay? You got the number right there. Or if you want to touch base with us through social media, check us out on our Facebook page, okay? City Views-CT. Drop us a line. Check out an episode. And then you might see one of our sponsors there and need one of their services as well. You know, you never can tell.
That's right.
You never
That's
can
right.
tell.
That's
So we'll just put it out there for you like that. So Kareem, you know, I got to share this with you, man, because it's about that time of year, man. You
Okay.
know?
All right.
It's like, you know, the draft, you know, for football and baseball's getting geared up.
Yeah.
And
Draft was
you
over the
know,
weekend, and
NBA playoffs just started, man.
Okay.
You know, it's like spring is in the air. Spring has sprung.
That's right, man.
You know,
working outside, man, you feel it too, man.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it too. I don't know if y'all can tell, I got a little tan and all that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but oh man, I'm happy for the great weather, man.
Yeah.
And got some good things coming up too, man.
Yep.
You know, this year and this season, man. I'm excited about it.
Yep.
Real excited about it. You know, but I'm happy. I'm just happy to be here, man. I just want to thank you for having me.
Bro.
That's it.
Well,
That's all I want to say.
people that know us and know how our friendship started, I you know, it's an amusing story, but maybe we'll get into that a little later. Okay?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But let's check out Pascal Najim.
Mm-hmm.
See what she's got to say for us. Get your notebooks out and pad and pencil paper, because I think you might like what she has.
If you're getting ready to buy a home, it's exciting to jump a few steps ahead and think about moving in and making it your own. But before you get too far down the emotional path, there are some key things to keep in mind after you apply for your mortgage and before you close. Here's a list of things to remember when you apply for your home loan. Don't deposit large sums of cash. Lenders need to source your money, and cash isn't easily traceable. Before you deposit any cash into your accounts, discuss the proper way to document your transactions with your loan officer. Don't make any large purchases. It's not just home-related purchases that could disqualify you from your loan. Any large purchases can be red flags for lenders. People with new debt have higher debt-to-income ratios, meaning how much debt you have compared to your monthly income. Since higher ratios make for riskier loans, borrowers may no longer qualify for their mortgage. So resist the temptation to make any large purchases, even for furniture or appliances. Don't co-sign loans for anyone. When you co-sign for a loan, you're making yourself accountable for that loan's success and repayment. With that obligation comes higher debt-to-income ratios as well. Even if you promise you won't be the one making the payments, your lender will have to count them against you. Don't switch bank accounts. Lenders need to source and track your assets. That task is much easier when there's consistency among your accounts. Before you transfer any money, speak with your loan officer. Don't apply for new credit. It doesn't matter whether it's a new credit card or a new car. When your credit report is run by organizations in multiple financial channels, mortgage or credit card or auto, it will have an impact on your credit score. Lower credit scores can determine your interest rates and possibly even your eligibility for approval. Don't close any accounts. Many buyers believe having less available credit makes them less risky and more likely to be approved. This isn't true. A major component of your score is your length and depth of credit history, as opposed to just your payment history, and your total usage of credit as a percentage of available credit. Closing accounts has a negative impact on both of those parts of your score. Do discuss changes with your lender. Be upfront about changes that take place or you're expecting to take place. Glitches in income, assets, or credit should be reviewed and executed in a way that ensures your home loan can still be approved. If your job or employment status has changed recently, share that with your lender as well. Ultimately, it's best to fully disclose and discuss your intentions with your loan officer before you do anything financial in nature. Bottom line is, you want your home purchase to go as smoothly as possible. So remember, before you make any large purchases, move your money around, or make major life changes, be sure to consult your lender, someone who's qualified to explain how your financial decisions may impact your home loan.
And that was our good friend Pascal Nee James preaching, spitting the truth. You can take that to the bank,
That's right.
you know, and we appreciate that so very much. So, Kareem, it's as we were discussing earlier, it's about that time. The weather's getting warmer.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that the downtown, I don't know, is it me or is there a buzz around town? I think
What's buzzing, cousin?
I think one thing that definitely is Sasso's,
Mm-hmm.
with their expansion,
Oh yeah,
that's
a big expansion too. That's
yeah.
a really big expansion. Wow.
And I think that's going to be very, very cool going forward because, always accommodating people, is going to create more foot traffic.
Are they expanding Sasso's itself, or?
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that, and they're obviously they're bringing entertainment back too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
They've been doing a lot of things on Thursdays there.
Yeah.
You know, you've been there, ripping the place up. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Last week, people came up for your autograph, and people, you know what I'm saying? I saw people coming up here with the pen and pads, like, can I get your autograph, Jacque? Can I get your autograph? Yeah, he's a star. This guy's a star.
I know, you're crazy.
Nah, man.
No, but that's kind of with the new cultural district and everything that's
Mhm.
going on, creating excitement downtown and giving people something to come and support.
Yeah.
We had an opportunity to check out a new place on Water
Mhm.
Street.
Mhm.
A Casa Vallejo.
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 Vallejo. It's a nice place in there, man.
Well, it's kind of strange because, when I first came to Torrington years ago, it was, I mean, it's been many different things through the years, but Connor Larkin's was like, that was it was one of the spots.
Really?
Oh my goodness. Mike Kelly and all those guys. It just brings back a lot of memories,
Right.
But I must say that the owners did a great job
Oh, man, yeah.
with the inside of the place,
It's,
And I think that's what, really stuck out with me because, and then too, thinking over 30 years, and it's like, how that room is,
right.
But I was like, wow, nice.
It is, man. I had a chance to check out the rooftop,
Yeah.
and sun was setting, and the night was coming up, and it was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
It was real nice. Nice night out there. It was beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's, one of the simple attractions, of the city, that rooftop experience that, you can have there. And it's great that they're going to bring that back.
Yeah.
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 But, I think as far as, the downtown is concerned, it's an issue that we all want to work on, especially to create that business environment,
Right.
and then, when you sprinkle in, the arts and entertainment, hopefully that's, what puts you over the top in terms of you creating those economic development opportunities. Right. But it's going to be interesting to see how things, pan out, this summer. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that, some of these, new investments, especially with the restaurants,
Yeah.
that that they might be supported. There's a new owner at what was previously Cravings.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to
Wow.
speak with the new owners and get them on the show so they can talk a little bit about that new venture because it was that was really a huge disappointment when
Wow.
that didn't work out.
And fast.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. They were doing good stuff there.
Yeah.
But
What's the place gonna be called?
I'm not sure what the details are going to be on that, but
Is it gonna be a same type setting as Cravings,
we'll,
or
we'll find out. I'll see if I can get David Oliver to give us a call here at City Views
okay?
and
All right.
give us the lowdown on that.
Because I'm a foodie, man.
I know you are.
I'm a foodie, man.
I've been hitting the whole time, and you ain't
know
caught
what I'm
on
saying?
yet.
I'm a foodie, and
What you gonna
whatever's
got? What
new-
you got planned at Kareem's house?
Oh,
Kareem's
man,
place.
Listen, man.
What
there's
you putting on the
always a
grill?
everything. There's always a festival at my house, man. Always a festival at my house.
Well,
No,
I
but,
mean, you carry your culinary arts to like kind of a different level because I think you include that in your vast array of artistic pursuits. You throw food in there just to make so I can work on my art. I can work on my food so I can nourish
Just an
myself
excuse.
while
It's
I'm
an
working.
excuse, man. It's just an excuse. Don't blow me up, man. Don't blow me up. Don't blow me up. Man, but I'm excited. I didn't know about Cravings. I didn't know about
Yeah.
that. You just hit me with a shell shock right there.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been looking at that place every time I pass there. I'm like this. They had some coffee there. They had everything, man. But I'm glad they got it back
Yeah.
up and running, and hopefully it's something that we can enjoy.
Yeah, I'll give David a call and see if we can't get him on the show. He can give us an update as to what's happening.
Yep.
Yes.
So
So, and then it's I hear some plans from that I've been talking with some other owners on. I can't really reveal those plans right at the moment because they're in the preliminary stages, but it's something I think if these plans come to fruition, it's going to be really, really cool. And I think too, when you have that synergy in place where, we have, 5 Points there on the corner with the visual arts and,
Yeah.
Now with the association with, the Bushnell with the Warner Theater, and, kids play and, obviously the Nutmeg
expanding.
Conservatory, and now, that synergy's kind of, working up Main Street a little bit, and, the Torrington Historical Society is doing some, really cool stuff. They have a performance stage that's actually they're expanding their upper room in the carriage house. Yeah, so
Really?
yeah,
wow.
so that's going to be a major attraction in the city as well. So it's interesting when you look at these little gems that are being put into place, and there's just seeds being planted that as you move on, hopefully bring about the economic activity that enhances the quality of all of our lives.
That's right. That's right.
Especially Torrington too, being in that designated micropolitan zone. It's kind of tough, but I think that the resources that are already planted in the city,
Right.
can attract similar type interests that
Mhm.
can take it over the top.
That's right.
maybe we can get Mayor Carbone on the show. Give her a call. See what's up. Give us a status report.
Rundown, the lowdown.
What's the state of the city?
That's right.
You know, but so I think one of the restaurants downtown, they're kind of doing their thing, making it happen. Comedy once a month. Salt 2.0.
Yep.
And I think Pascal and Joe made a little trip there not too long ago.
Yeah.
Let's see what they got up for us.
All right.
I'm Pascal James.
And I'm Joe Severo, and today we'd like you to join us at Salt 2.0 in downtown Torrington.
Conveniently located right next to the Warner Theater, Salt 2.0 is a great option on show nights.
But honestly, Salt's an accessible and desirable option every day of the week. The restaurant's open from 11:30 to 8 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, and 11:30 to 9 o'clock on Fridays and Saturdays.
The food service is quick and the options are both affordable and healthy. They fix grain bowls, wraps, burritos, salads, and my vegan friends tell me that the vegan burrito is to die for.
Not to mention they have a finely curated lineup of international and regional draft beers, and Bud Light too.
There's also a great wine selection and a full cocktail bar. The best part might be the seating. I love watching sidewalk traffic from the front section.
The venue is both spacious and inviting.
There's a ping pong table in the upper wing and Tab TV interactive trivia at the bar. When you come to Salt, you choose the experience.
Salt 2.0 was born out of necessity during the pandemic. The original Salt 2.0 was open in Litchfield. A dining room of the Saltwater Grill was cleverly converted into an offshoot to provide food for pickup.
You can order online for pickup, or you can order online to sit in, or you can request that a wait person take your order the old-fashioned way. For City Views, I'm Pascal James.
And I'm Joe Severo.
Connecting you with Salt 2.0.
And we're back, and you see the number below. Don't hesitate to give us a shout. Let us know what's on your mind as we bring to you another episode of City Views, local cable access TV's longest running cable show. 30 years going strong. And big shout outs to Tim Driscoll and the whole crew who got it going here.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's about the way we roll.
That's it.
So I think it's about the bottom of the hour. Kareem.
All right. And I need to shout out our sponsors. Our big city sponsors come to you by Tilth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. They can be reached at 860-496-7771 and on the web at tilthins@oponline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite number 1 in Torrington, Connecticut.
Better call Mel.
He can be reached at 860-307-1128 and on the web at healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Brooke Todd and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. And they've been keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. They can be reached at 860-598-8753 and on the web at brookstoddmcneil.com. And to Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 and on the web at torringtonpediatrics.com.
And thank you to our big city sponsors. Couldn't do it without you.
Yes.
And we're going to be preparing to get it cooking with our 65th District State Rep, Michelle Cook. She's going to be calling in here momentarily and giving us a lowdown on what's going on in the House session. The House.
In the house.
In the House.
In the house.
And there's a lot going on. And I think with each passing conversation that I'm able to have with her, I have a deeper appreciation for the work. It's not easy. It's not easy.
I wouldn't want to be in that position.
You know, a prime example of that is, you know, with what's taking place now, and you know, our college campuses, man. It's like, you know, it's very odd to me, and you know, these issues, especially on a geopolitical basis, they're very complex. They're not always easy. However, I guess when you're in college, one of the things that you have a claim to fame to is demonstrating. You gotta have something you can tell your kids.
Demonstrate.
Here in 2024, it was the great demonstration, the great protests. Not that I'm making fun of the cause, but we have such a unique form of government because a lot of it is so dependent upon the people who actually benefit from it. It's, you know, it's which I guess you would, at the end of the day, you would want to be guided by your own inclinations as opposed to having someone telling you, you know what that's about.
That's right, man. Come on.
Just keep it real.
Real in the field. I'm telling you. It's crazy.
But, you know, it's, and sometimes, well, we had an opportunity to talk the other night when her son was home. And it's, when you're that kind of person, I guess, at that level, we're all the same.
Right.
You know, we want the best for our kids.
That's right.
You know, you want the best for your friends' kids, you know.
That's right.
You don't want to bring, you know, harm to anyone. And, you know, when you take that value system into that type of position, you know, it becomes a responsibility.
Big one.
You know?
That's right.
So it's not easy. It's not easy. I can't imagine, and which I think is why some people, you know, are as cynical as they are, because, you know, it's almost like, well, how could you? How dare you?
Right.
You know, you have this, you know, position of, you know, huge responsibility. You have to take it seriously.
Have to.
You know, and when people, you know, have the perception that they don't, then that's when they become cynical. So,
well, I don't know what to say about that.
it's tough. But we try to make it happen, right?
That's right.
So if you're watching the show, we want to let you know that we appreciate you so very much. And tell a friend. And check us out on our Facebook page at cityviews-ct. Check out prior shows, prior content. Check out our sponsors. And if you have a topic that you would like to discuss on City Views, a guest that you would like to see on City Views, then jot us a line, and we'll greatly appreciate that. So in the meantime, we are awaiting our 65th District State Rep, Michelle Cook, to call in and give us the 411 on Hartford, what's taking place on the Hill, as they prepare to put a wrap on this House session.
You know, in the town, they're doing a lot of construction around the town.
Well, you would know.
A lot of construction. around this time.
Well, but hey, you know what that means. You know what that means. People are working, and we're in a very odd economy.
Yeah.
We are. So, but construction is one of those leading indicators that experts use to assess the economy and how good it's doing. So, if there's a lot of construction going on out there, man, then holla.
Our tax money is
Holla.
I'm telling you. A lot of frustrated people out there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I get frustrated too because I'll be forgetting the roads that's closed off and things like that. But, they're doing a lot of big things, man. Paving a lot of streets.
Right.
High streets getting paved.
Mm-hmm.
And I am excited about that because my sidewalks is a little bit jacked up. So I've been complaining about that since I moved out here, man, about my sidewalks, man. But it's they're getting it done.
Right.
They're getting it done.
Right.
And I'm glad to be a part of the team out there too.
Well, I mean, Kareem, that's what it's all about. I think you want younger families coming to your city.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why, as we often, discuss, why it's very important that, that information, be readily available.
Right.
So, you can make those crucial decisions about home buying or
That's right.
schooling,
That's right.
potential employment situations, and that's where people are kind of moving to in terms of their overall approach,
Right.
To life, because those are the things in life that you can control.
Right. For real.
So it's like, I'm not gonna, be so concerned with all this other stuff that I really can't control, and at the end of the day, doesn't have that much to do with me.
Yeah, but people try to control it.
Well, you do what you can.
Yeah.
But, in terms of, growing the city and making it more attractive.
That's right.
And that's why, our friendship, I think, has blossomed in the way it has, because, our organization, we're all about collaboration and
That's right.
and facilitation, which, especially through the artistic process, because, that's where artists get that inspiration to go even beyond
That's right.
what
That's right.
their abilities may lead them to do. So, it's as they say, it's not necessarily the capture of the game, but it's the thrill of the chase.
That's right. That's right.
The journey on the way.
Right.
And speaking of the journey, let's see what we got going on here. What's cooking?
What's up, Michelle?
How you doing? How you doing?
You doing?
How you doing?
I be doing work. How you doing?
Well, Michelle, and that's why I'm so very, very grateful for you to take a little time out to spend with us this evening, because you're just, winding down on this session, which I'm sure has been very, let's just say, involved in terms of, all the issues that you're dealing with. But it's, Kareem and I were just talking in terms of, developing those communication portholes where, we can work more effectively to get the message out as to the development that's being made in some of these areas, so that people aren't so cynical about the rate at which government moves.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot for me to absorb, but yes.
Well, what did you think? What kind of conversation did you think he was coming to?
It's been a day. But no, I do think that, to your point, right, like the communication, which is something that I think that we've grown to appreciate over the many years, our friendship, but then the openness and the honesty, and as I've always said, right, it's really about people being able to access information that matters and getting the accurate information, not the stuff that you read on the blogs, like none of that crap. Like, get the actual factual information. And if you have questions, pick up the phone and ask those questions. Or, like we do here, we have those conversations. Some of them are nice, some of them are difficult. But life is not always made to be about comfort, because if we were all comfortable, we wouldn't grow. So I'm with you there.
Well, and I think it's important too, because we had a discussion in our government relations committee earlier this month, and issues like paid family leave. These are really tough issues, and what I don't think people sometimes understand is you can have legitimate concerns on either end of the issue.
Right, and I think the one thing that is so vitally important is that when we look at this conversation, that one specifically, right? So, who does it affect, and who does it affect the most, and who does it, and is that a good effect or a negative effect? And I think the one thing is that, we've heard from businesses, and they're like, hey, we just need a breather because of a lot of changes that have happened in the cost of goods and all those other things. And as much as I respect the side conversation about paid leave, I also understand the other side of it with the businesses. And I believe that sometimes we might move a little bit of, a little too fast and not give things time to absorb. But I think that also is a repercussion of being a part-time legislature and having two sessions that only go like 4 or 6 months at a shot. And I believe that if we were in a full-time legislature, then we were able to work year-round, or our terms were 4 years versus 2 years. I think that really makes a difference as well, because then we wouldn't feel the need to rush and put all of this stuff through before we gave it an opportunity maybe to absorb and then see what we actually needed to fix.
Well, and Michelle, I think what you bring up is an even broader point, because, I think people give up on the process before we have an opportunity to improve it. And,
I agree.
And
not in all cases, but I do agree.
And when our cynicism gets to the point where we paint the whole system with a broad brush, I think it takes away from us the opportunity to have special people with special gifts, or ordinary people with just extraordinary talents, step forth and help us provide those pathways so that we can form a more perfect union. And I think that that's kind of the convergence that I think that we need to embark upon, because what you do for us is, and Kareem and I were just talking about this, it's not easy. It's not.
No, I mean,
easy.
There's pieces of it that are a little bit easier than others, obviously. But I would say that it's very easy to look at it from the outside in and say, hey, I can do that, or that's a piece of cake, or I don't see what the big deal is. It's another thing to actually sit here and recognize that some of is the decisions that you are making are going to affect 3.5 million people in one way, shape, or form. And if you make the wrong decision at the wrong time, or you make the right decision at the wrong time, or flip all of that, it could be detrimental. And so, I don't think that there's people that come into this, into this building and just press a button and walk away. I think that some, might invest in certain areas a little heavier than what others might invest in other areas. But I know, Jacque, you and I have talked and said, I've said I've lost sleep over pieces of legislation that we are going to debate. Some of the most difficult decisions that I've had to make, and recognizing that it wasn't just for what it was on its face value, but it's so much deeper than what's in a title.
I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting, though, that what you just stated came from that place of obligation, and I think that that's kind of why, another reason why people are so cynical, because when you're basing your intent on the obligation that you have to the people, as opposed to the obligation that you might have to, let's just say, a more nefarious type situation. I mean, that's, I think, why people get cynical, and why they think the whole system is flawed. But I'm glad that especially in light of your full term here, it hasn't changed you as a person, and I think that just underscores your commitment to what you do and how serious you take the commitment to your constituents.
I appreciate that, but I think it has changed me. But I think it's changed me for the better. In a place where often people, I don't know if they would necessarily say that, in this profession. But I've learned compromise. I've learned that I have to, put myself in somebody else's shoes before you make a final decision. I've learned a whole different level of compassion and than I've ever known in my life. There's nothing worse than sitting with every parent of a Newtown child that lost their life. And I've done that. There's nothing worse than sitting with a grandparent or a parent just a month and a half ago testifying in front of one of our committees because they know that their child and grandchild, same person, probably will not make it till their 7th or 8th birthday. And they're just looking for a little help from us to pay the bills. And because of the way, one of our waivers work, that child might lose her life with this very rare disease before she's ever accepted for coverage. I find myself very blessed in many, many ways and great.
Did she cut off? Yes, sir?
Sorry about that.
Yep. So I was saying I'm grateful that my children are happy and healthy, but not everybody has that. And I think we take for granted what's in our everyday life.
But
you sit across the desk from somebody who knows that you are their only option.
Mm-hmm.
Or you get a letter from somebody that you are their last resort. And how you react to that could change their life, but inevitably also changes yours. And that, for me, is why I think that this job has made me a better person. because it's made me look at things in a much more holistic, just from top to bottom and left to right kind of a way. You know, I've always been a God-fearing woman, and it makes me sit back and just say, you know, how do people do it? And, you know, I would have never thought to call my legislator on many of the things that people call me on. But I'm grateful that they feel comfortable enough to do that. I'm sad that people have to be in a position to have to do that, though.
Wow. Well, I think we all.
And I know that was a lot. I didn't mean to take you to church.
No, we just. I think we just got a lesson on that one. But you know what, Michelle? If our days aren't filled with earth-shattering, life-changing moments like these, then what's it all about?
No, you know, it's hard to be able to look in the mirror and recognize that we all have room to grow.
Sure.
And, you know, I will say that I definitely had room to grow. And I still have room to grow. You know, this is an interesting building. It's an interesting career path that I've embarked upon. I'm honored and blessed to be able to do it. But I will say that so much happens here that I wish people actually got involved in, did the research on, and know what it is, not what you hear. Because inevitably the devil is in the details. And it's so vitally important that we are educated to its entirety, not by the title.
Well, Michelle, I can't thank you enough for your contributions to the show, your contributions to the state of Connecticut, and obviously your contributions to the residents of the 65th District here in Torrington.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And hey, you know what? We're on CTN Live from now until midnight on May 8th, which would put us at, 12:01 May 9th. You want to know what we're talking about? Turn on the cable and listen up. And if you have questions, don't be afraid to email any of your legislators, because we have an obligation to hear what you have to say and respond to it. Know the conversations, because that's what you're going to have to react to, and that's what we need to be involved in. Together, we need to make this place a better place.
That's right.
That's what democracy's all about.
Yes, it is, and I can't thank you guys enough again for allowing me to be a part of the show. I'm sorry I'm not there with you all, but you know what I'm doing.
Well, we'll have you back here in the studio before you know it.
Absolutely. After Bill's graduation, I will be happy to see you.
Awesome, Michelle. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you, Michelle.
All right, and guys, thanks again the other night coming out and saying hey to him and his friends. That meant a lot.
He's grown into such a fine young man, and it's just a testament to good parenting and just having the appreciation of his family and friends to support him in his latest endeavors. So
That's right.
it's all good in the
Thank
neighborhood.
you. I've learned a lot from my kids, and I'm hoping that helps me do a better job here as well. So I
Awesome.
can't thank you guys enough for your friendship and your support, and I
All
look
right.
forward to seeing you, and I plan on chatting with you all next Tuesday night, so that'll be the day before the end of session. So if you guys have anything, don't be afraid to reach out.
All
Will
right.
do.
All right, take care, guys. Have a great, safe evening.
All
Keep
right,
it
same to
cooking.
you.
Absolutely. God bless.
All right. With that said, I think it's about time for some T-Town shout-outs.
Some T-Town shout-outs. T-Town shout-outs is sponsored by Downtown, Torrington Downtown Partners, growing downtown Torrington one business at a time. To Dawn's Getaway at 24 Winstead Road in Torrington, Connecticut. Chrissy's Restaurant, located at 545 Winstead Road in Torrington, Connecticut. Health Insurance Services, located at 438 Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Wall and Fraunhofer, located at 117 Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Soul Latina Cafe, located at 31 Hungerford Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Jimmy's Store, located at 1238 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. 5 Point Art Center, located at 855 University Drive in Torrington, Connecticut. And George's Music, located at 905 New Harrington Road in Torrington, Connecticut. And to our big city sponsors, Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. They could be reached at 860-496-7771 and on the web at tothins@oponline.net. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite number 1 in Torrington, Connecticut.
Better call Mel.
He can be reached at 860-307-1128 and on the web at healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Brooks, Todd, and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. And they've been keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. They can be reached at 860-598-8753 and on the web at brookstoddmcneil.com. And to Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 and on the web at torringtonpediatrics.com.
So how does it feel to be back, Kareem?
Oh man, it feels great, man. Been through some things, but we all go through some things. You
Absolutely,
know what I'm saying?
we do.
You know, that's
Absolutely
life, man. But I'm back. I'm back, man. I'm back with you, brother.
It's glad to have you back,
I'm back with you, brother.
we got some unfinished business to take care
Yes,
of
sir.
down
Yes,
here.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I'm back in the seat again, man. I'm
Yes,
back in the
sir.
seat again. But I'm with you, brother.
Also, just thought I'd put this out there. This Thursday, Co-Park, is the National Day of Prayer.
Nice. I'm
Yeah.
there. I'm there. I'm definitely there. Definitely.
I think I might check that out.
Yeah, gotta check that out.
I think it starts at 7 o'clock. And this event basically is a way for all interested concerns will lift up voices to those sectors in the community that they want to uplift.
Yes.
Such as our government, our first responders, our education system, our social services systems, our neighborhoods, the arts and entertainment. You know, they need prayer too.
Yes. Yes.
Diddy needs
Yes.
prayer.
Ooh. 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 Sure do. Amen.
As we all do. So,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
I ain't trying to pull rank on that.
That's right. That's right. We all do. We all need a prayer, man.
But so if you have the opportunity to be blessed, you might want to check that out because I think we all are involved in one of those sectors.
That's right.
You know,
Yep.
they'll even be praying for the pavements in the road. Kareem.
Yeah, man. Please, man.
Get 'em
Yes,
fixed.
Yes. Get them.
Get 'em
Get
fixed.
her done. The movie. Get her done.
Give them the
That's
strength,
what it is.
Lord, to fix them.
Shoot, give me the strength to keep going. Just to keep going.
Fill in the
That's it.
house.
That's right. That's right. Man, it is. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
So we're going to keep our fingers crossed that our acquaintances will be back in the house with us next week.
Yes.
Carice and Karen, we miss you.
Miss you.
We miss you.
Right.
And definitely want to give a big shout out to Doug and Dan for all that they help us do, and their new assistant. So
All right.
you guys take care,
Take
and
it
we'll
easy.
see you back next week for more City Views.
Peace.
Out.
City Views, City Views, City Views.